Hey guys, here we are in Unit 6. So I wanted to do a couple of videos for you on some of this stuff with graphing. So the problem that I have here on the screen says to write the equation of the line that passes through 0, 4, and 7, 4. Okay, now this one is a little bit going to end up a little bit different, but I just want to still go through this one, partly because it's on some of your quizzes. But basically, anytime you're given points, the easiest way to write an equation is to use the point-slope form. Okay, and what that means is you're going to have y minus y1 equals m, which is your slope, times x minus x1. Okay, that's point-slope form. And so all you need to have for this is you need to have a point, okay, because that's going to be your x1 and y1 and your slope. So that's the information you need. Okay, so right now you have 2 points, so you can use either one of those points in there, just one of them. So you just need to find your slope, so you can have your slope. And so to find the slope, we're going to use these 2 points, and we're just going to subtract the y's. Okay, so that's 4 and 4. So we're going to say 4 minus 4, and then we subtract the x's. So that's going to be 7 minus 0. So 4 minus 4 is 0 over 7 minus 0, which is 7, and that equals 0. So that's your slope. Okay, now what kind of slope has a slope, and what kind of line has a slope of 0? Horizontal. But I'm still going to put it in the point slope form so you can see it. Okay, so this is going to be, and I'm just going to go ahead and take this first point. Okay, and so this is going to be y minus, and I put the y for my point, which is 4, equals my slope, which is 0, times x minus my x from that point, which is 0. Okay, so this is going to be, now you solve for y, we have y minus 4. So that's it in point slope form. So if they ask for point slope form, you'd be done. Okay, if you keep going, 0 times anything is going to be 0. And then to solve this equation, we would add 4 to both sides. Okay, so that means that y equals 4. Okay, just like that. Now, let me just show you the same thing with an equation that's not going to give you a horizontal line. Okay, so we'll go ahead and change this point here. So I'm going to make this be 3 and this be 2. Okay. Okay, so again, we're going to be using our point slope form. Okay, so y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, and don't worry about, if you don't want to memorize that, that's totally fine. Just have it written down somewhere so you know, remember what it is. Okay, and so again, we need to find our slope. So I'm going to subtract my x's. Subtract my y's first. So I'm going to go 4 minus 2. So we have 4 minus 2. That goes on the top. And then I'm going to subtract my x's. And you have to do it in the same direction. So I'm going to go 7 minus 3. 7 minus 3 on the bottom. So 4 minus 2 is 2. 7 minus 3 is 4. And that will simplify to 1/2. So that is your slope, okay, which they always use an m for. I'm not sure why they use an m, but they do. Okay, and so then we're going to take our slope one of these points and we're going to put it into this equation. So I'm going to go ahead and use this point right here, just because doesn't matter which one you use. You could use this point and it would end up being the same thing. Okay, so we're going to have y minus, I take the y from my point, which is 2, equals, take my slope, which is 1/2, and then times x minus, and then take the x from my point, which is 3. Okay, so then I'm going to have, so that's your point slope form. Now to solve for y, I'm going to go y minus 2 equals, then you distribute. Okay, so I'm going to have 1/2 x minus 3/2. And then to get y by itself, we're going to add 2. You have to add it to the one that doesn't have an x. Okay, and so this would be y equals 1/2 x. Okay, and then you just have to simplify this. So either use a calculator, -3/2 plus 2, or if you think of it as -1.5 plus 2, that helps you. Okay, whichever way helps you get the answer that equals plus 1/2. Okay, now this form right here is called slope-intercept form. Okay, and that's because this is your slope. Okay, your slope is always the number that's right in front of your x when your y is by itself. So that's your slope. And then this here is your y-intercept. Okay, so your y-intercept would be, really bad at doing words. It would be 0 and 1/2. Okay, so that's where you would start. So if we were going to graph this, I would start at 1/2 right there. Make it a little thicker. So I'd start at 1/2. And then my slope is 1/2. So I'd go up 1 and to the right 2. And then that would be my line. Okay, that's all there is to it. Now I'm going to make another video showing you standard form, but this one I think is the most useful. Okay.